Why do you feel sad when that person goes to another city? You will realize you weren't the one leaving the city. You feel as if you are the one who is leaving. Why? They packed the suitcases. They bought the ticket. They walked out the door. You were the one with something breaking inside. Now let me tell you something. This pain is not because that person left. Stop. Don't skip, because at the end of this video you will understand. You weren't actually afraid of losing that person, but you were afraid of something much older. A question. Don't answer. Your mind will automatically search for an answer. Was everything okay with them before that person left? Sometimes when people leave, we actually weep for things that didn't leave. The moments we lost, the words we couldn't say, the person we wanted to be but couldn't. This pain makes it feel as if it is carrying that person. But no, you were carrying it. You just noticed it less when they were with you. Cities don't change. Distances don't change. You change. But how? And why does it hurt so much? Most people don't ask this. They just feel it. They wait for it to pass. Then someone else leaves. The exact same feeling again. Look, let me tell you something. The brain processes physical pain and emotional pain in the same region. So this is a real pain, not a metaphor. Have you ever thought about this? Why do you return to the same place with every breakup? Why does the departure of some people knock you down, while the departure of others is just a see you later? What is the difference? Not distance, not duration. You are different. This is the real question of this video. That person didn't leave. You lost something. The two are very different things. Most people think like this. I miss them. This is normal. Yes, normal. But normal is not the answer, because missing someone is not just wanting them. Missing someone is remembering that something is missing. When did you notice this missing piece? Was it when they packed that suitcase? Or was it much earlier? Stop. Don't answer. Just feel. Imagine it. You woke up in the morning. You looked at your phone. No message from that person. You felt something. You can't say exactly what it is, but a heaviness. You made your coffee. You sat down. Your mind wasn't there. Is this feeling familiar? It is familiar, because this feeling did not start today. People usually say it's very hard for them to be far away. Distance is a physical thing. The brain cannot process physical distance. What the brain sees is this person is not here. It immediately asks, why? That why question is the thing that breaks you down, because it has an answer. You don't want to accept it. It's not the person who is far away. It's the thought that makes it feel far away. Now I will tell you 3 things. 3 reasons. When you read at least one of these 3 things, you will say, this is it to yourself. I don't give a guarantee. I'm just saying, because you already know these 3 things. You just hadn't seen them in words yet. First, I need to ask you a little thing. Do you remember the last time you spent with that person before they left? What did you talk about? Or did you just say, see you later? Now, is that see you later eating you up inside? Because the unsaid things always speak the loudest. The first reason, that person was a symbol for you. They weren't just a human being. Maybe they were the symbol of trust. Maybe of the everything is fine feeling. Maybe just of that thing they made you feel when someone saw you. When they left, that symbol left too. Imagine it. You were waiting for their message in the evenings. Sometimes it wasn't anything important. Just, what are you doing? When that message arrived, something would settle inside you. Now the phone is silent. That settling feeling is gone. You think this is missing them. Actually, you miss the thing that makes you feel good. This makes you uncomfortable because it feels like selfishness, but it's not. This is just being human. Sometimes missing someone is actually missing a version of yourself. The second reason, when that person was there, you had also arrived somewhere. Do you know this feeling? With some people, you feel more real when you talk to them. Clearer. When they leave, you become a little blurry too. Imagine it. You had a hard day. You told them about it. They listened to you. Maybe they didn't even give a solution. They just listened. It was enough. Now those hard days happen. But there is no, yeah, I understand. You notice that without that, yeah, I understand, you can't fully live those days either. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Because you do this too. We all do it. Using subscribe to my channel to make ourselves more content. Reason number 3. This is the hardest one. When that person left, the future also changed shape. You had a plan in your head. You might not have said it, but it was there. One day in the future, sometime together. Obviously, they will always be here. Now that plan is no longer valid. Imagine it. There is a place in the city. You were thinking of going there with them. Maybe you said, let's go one day. You still couldn't go. Now when you pass by that place, there is a strangeness. That place is the same place. Something is missing. That missing piece is knowing that something belonging to the future will no longer happen. At that moment you understand, the thing you weep for is not the past. Subscribe to my channel and find more content for yourself. It is the future that will not happen. Sometimes the losses that hurt the most are the unlived moments. Do you understand why it is so deep? Because these 3 things are bigger than a city change. This is losing the person who reminds you of who you are. Losing the future that shows you who you want to be. Both at the same time. This applies not only to this person. Look at the other parts of your life. In relationships, when someone leaves, you don't just lose that person. You lose a belief about yourself. The belief that I am someone worthy of being loved. At your workplace, a project of yours ended, or an era. There is a strange void, because that project was giving you an identity. I am the person who does this job. It ended. Who did you become now? In the family, someone moved. Maybe your sibling, maybe a parent. The house no longer feels the same, because home is not not walls. Home is the people who are there. In your self-talk, what will I do if they leave? The moment you start asking this question, you have actually already started losing that person. In your mind, in decisions, I wonder if I can do this without them? This question shows how much you are connected to that person. This connection is not wrong. Notice it. This is being human, carrying each other. But sometimes the boundary between carrying and being a burden is very thin. Now I am asking this. How many such people are there in your life whose departure leaves something empty inside you? How aware are you of this before they leave? It's an uncomfortable thing. Are you ready? How much did you see that person before they left? How much did you really see them? Because most of the time, we don't see people when they are in our lives. We reply late to their messages. We say, I'm busy. We say, let's meet sometime. Then, when we see the suitcases, suddenly they are very precious. This is not being a hypocrite. This is being human. Ask yourself this question. If that person hadn't left, would you have seen them this week? Stop. Think. Because if your answer is probably no, then what you are weeping for is not their departure. Your own neglect. This is a much harder feeling. Because when we lose the things we neglected, forgiving ourselves becomes the hardest thing. This matter of forgiveness is much deeper than this video. Sometimes sadness is the voice of regret, not love. Now let's go back to what I told you at the beginning of the video. That person didn't leave. You lost something. Now do you understand what I mean? That person was like a mirror for you. When you were with them, you could see yourself. You were laughing. You were talking. In a way, you existed. Now the mirror is gone. You can't see yourself. That's why you feel so empty. That's why it hurts so much. There is something much older, and it is this: am I enough on my own? This question was inside you even before that person was born. When that person left, the question returned in a louder voice. When you miss someone, you are actually looking for an unlost version of yourself. This is neither beautiful nor sad, just real. The suitcases are packed. The door is closed. You are left behind. Now with the silence. Question: if that person hadn't left, how would you be with yourself today? Think about it. You already know the answer. That answer is not about that person. Thank you. Have you noticed this? If you are affected this much when someone leaves, how much are you affected when someone arrives? When do you actually start seeing that person who arrives? Or do you wait until they leave too? Come with me. In my next YouTube video, I talked about you. Subscribe to my channel and find more content for yourself.